Hey pterodactyls, it's your resident Homosaurus here, and welcome to my podcast, A Homosaurus in a Book. Now, this is something a bit different for me. As I'm sure some of you may know, I am a YouTuber who does reaction videos to TV shows and music videos and things of that nature. So, doing a podcast is kind of outside of my comfort zone a bit. I apologize if it's a little awkward because I'm not sure really how to do this, but I'm going to try my best for you all. The reason why I'm doing this podcast is because I am a huge fan of Gap the series and a huge fan of the two lead actresses in that show, Becky and Freen. And it's been in the works for a while now, but they're in a new TV show called The Loyal Pin, which I believe is going to be out sometime this year or maybe next year, but I believe it's this year. We're already getting kind of little sneak peeks to the show, and I'm just incredibly excited for that. But that show, The Loyal Pin, has a book, and there luckily is an English translation to the book because it is originally written in Thai. So thankfully, Monma, the author, gave me permission to do a reading of this book in typical pterodactyl style. Again, if this is your first time hearing me, I gay panic a lot. And just when there's two women who are loving women on my screen or even in books, I can't handle it. And I malfunction. So there were a lot of people who told me about this book, and when I put out my intention to read this book and to hopefully read it for all of you as a first time kind of reaction to the book, I guess you would say, a lot of you guys were excited. You couldn't wait to see me, or I guess hear me, depending on which platform you're watching it on, freak out to this book, because apparently there is some scenes in it that I may not be able to handle, and I'm a little nervous about that. But because of the amazing Monma, I am able to bring you all this reading and allow you guys to hear my first thoughts and basically my reaction as I read this book. So with that being said, this won't be just an audiobook style reading. I will be pausing. I will probably be freaking out and giving my commentary as I'm reading. So if that's not your cup of tea, then I apologize. But that's how I do things here. I don't think I'd ever be able to read a queer book, especially a woman loving woman book, and not freak out. So yeah, if that is your cup of tea, then welcome. I hope you all enjoy this. And I hope I can keep my sanity intact while I'm doing this for you all, because it's going to be interesting reading this and knowing that you all are going to hear me reading this or see me reading this. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting little thing in the back of my mind, but that's okay. I'm doing it for all of you anyways. So yeah, if you guys haven't already, I would recommend you buying this book. The English version is on Amazon. I bought it for my Kindle. I believe there is other platforms where you can buy it as well. But if you can, please go show some support to Monmao and purchase their book and give them all the recognition you can, because they deserve it. And I mean, it has a 4.9 star out of 5. So if that doesn't sell you on buying this book, I don't know what will. But do an author a favor and go buy their book if you can. You know, we got to support those queer content creators out there. So yeah. Now, with that being said, everyone, let's get into this first chapter. Oh man, I'm nervous. I don't know what to expect. I just know that... Oh, I guess I should probably read the synopsis for this book so you all know what you're getting into, for those of you who may not know what this book's about. And just kind of give me a little background too, because besides the fact that I know it's an adaptation to a TV show and that my two favorite actresses are playing in it, I don't know much else about this book. And I just know it's a period piece. So even this little synopsis is going to be good for me. Okay, so this is the synopsis. The Loyal Pin. It's a period girl love novel in 1950 between Princess Anilaphat and Lady Pilantita. In Sawatawarid Palace, Lady Pilantita has grown up as a well-mannered young lady. Throughout her childhood with Princess Anilaphat, who always treated her with love and care, their relation turned to be more complicated. Under the strict rule of the royal family, how their love can be true. Spicy. A period drama. Who doesn't love a good period drama, especially between two queer women? Like the forbidden love of it all, and just let's hope it doesn't turn bad, because we all know back in the day, even now, it's a struggle out there for us, but I'm excited. Now, it's princesses. Does it get better than that? So it's a lady and a princess. I'm excited for this. So I guess Becky is playing the princess and Vreen is playing the lady. So I'm excited for this. And yeah, I have my little, just so you all know, I did my best to pronounce their names. It is in Thai, and Thai is not my language, my native language. I am a native English speaker, so I definitely am going to pronounce their names wrong, so I apologize for that. But I will do my best. I have a little cheat sheet that was given to me by P Soda on Twitter. They kind of helped me spell out their names and pronounce it. But even then, it is a little bit difficult because, I'm sure I'm not pronouncing them as properly as I could be. So for anybody who is, or maybe speaks Thai, please bear with me. I apologize. You can laugh at me, it's fine. Every time I mispronounce it, just, come at me on Twitter at pterodactyl_Terra and laugh at me and tell me how badly I mispronounced those names. So, yeah. Okay, now, with that synopsis out of the way, let's just get right into chapter 1. Giant Black Plum Tree. A tall girl is climbing on the thick branches of a giant black plum tree, whose leaves are adorned with red, purple, and black plums. She moves from branch to branch swiftly, and she looks very agile. Below, a dark-skinned chubby girl is spreading a colorful striped sarong to receive numerous black plums that the tall girl above is continually chucking her black plums. When they fill up her sarong, she pours them into the yard before spreading the sarong to get other black plums. She repeatedly does that until she starts to get tired. Girl, I don't blame you. I would get tired as well. I mean, the repetition, who needs that many plums? Really? I mean, what are you gonna do with all those plums? Anyways. I think that's enough, my princess. Under the shadow of a big tree, a young girl named Prek, who is the black plums receiver, is telling Her Royal Highness Princess Anilaphat Sawatawarit, who kept picking up black plums as if she was going to pick them all day. Please come down already, before anyone else sees you. I'm still enjoying it. I don't think anyone will see me. Wait, no, I'm sorry. No, let me go back. That sounded way too, immature and childish. Okay, no, I'm gonna retry that again. Oh, how am I gonna do that? I'm still enjoying it. I don't think anyone will see me. She shouts back and is still throwing down a bunch of big red black plums. Who says no? Over there, Kunpra Chom is walking to this way now. Prek needs to mention Kunpra Chom, the closest governor of the king. Kunpra Chom is in charge of inspecting the entire palace's order and has full authority to punish any servant's misconducts in the Sawatawarid Palace. Well, doesn't he just sound like a hoot and a half, eh? Kunpra Chom has a giant body with rough tan skin, a full mustache, and a beard on his face. He looks extremely formidable. He sounds like he's gonna be a problem for our girls, and I am not here for it. Not only are the servants fearful of his formidableness, but the princess also recognizes Kunpracham as her top enemy to her mischievousness. I knew it. He is 100% going to be a problem. My princess, please come down quickly. He's almost here now, Prek tells her hastily. Thud. When the tall girl falls onto the ground, it was absolutely ridiculous. When the one who fell down is the youngest princess who possesses Sowet Tawarid Palace, where Prek has been living since birth. Of course it is unamusing and unlaughable. Yes, because why would it be laughable seeing a tall princess flailing while she falls to the ground? I wouldn't laugh. Me as Tara, I wouldn't laugh. 100%, no? Wouldn't laugh at any of that. Oh my gosh! Prek shouted loudly. Calm down, I'm still alive. I just got scraped knees. I totally don't sound like how Becky would sound, but it's fine. Yes, you are not dead, but I will be. I will definitely receive the Oh, Lord. How does an English word trip me up? But I was doing so good with those Thai words. Let me try this again. I will definitely receive the guillotine penalty. I haven't said that word a lot in my life. Anyways. Prek is so flustered in an awkward posture that the princess found it hilarious. You think this is funny, don't you? I might have been hit in the back very badly. Anyway, where's Kunpracham? Where has he gone? Oh, I beg your pardon, my lady. Prek's attitude changes from being afraid of the guillotine penalty to being extremely flustered. I lied to you about that. Girl. Already lying to our princess? Not a good look on you. Are you kidding me, Prek? The princess pretends to be serious to Prek. ... Silence. How dare you lie to me about this? You know I fear Kunpracham even more than my father. Well, what is done, can't you? Even though she responds to the princess like this, her two hands are bowed down to the princess's feet with great love and fear of death. Oh my gosh, this place sounds like a hoot, man. A lot of fear of death and promises of death and whew. Huh, but my knee is bleeding. Do you want me to let your lie go? Princess Anilaphat is smiling when she sees Prek trembling like a newborn bird. If I go back to the palace like this, all the servants will panic for sure. ... Silence. I haven't mentioned my father, mother, and brother yet. The princess is still teasing her by constantly saying the names of Prek's overlords. I am deeply sorry. Please don't punish me. When the princess saw Prek's constant trembling, the princess decided to stop bullying her closest servant. Or should I go to the... Oh God, how do I pronounce that word? Bao? Chompu? Palace to bandage my knee wound? I apologize if I said that wrong. Finally, the princess finds a way out for Prek. That is a brilliant idea, Prek is delighted. Thanks for the compliment, the lady sarcastically sneers at her, but she doesn't seem to realize it's because now she is focusing on picking up all black plums on the ground. Come and lift me up. Don't just be concerned about the black plums. Princess Anilaphat has difficulty trying to push herself up from the ground. You need to be concerned about me. I'm coming. Why do I have to carry both fruits and a girl like this? The lady said, sighing. Ha ha ha! I dare you to carry me high, the princess commands and laughs at her, arguing as always. If there is someone else, Prek wouldn't have dared to equalize herself to the princess because she is afraid of being punished or expelled from the palace. Only when she is with the princess, Prek will dare to argue with her because she knows how much the princess favors the arguments. However, Princess Anilaphat has not taken care of Prek as a servant, but as a friend, associate, and even as an inseparable buddy. Aw, cute. So they have a little tit and tat back and forth. Shows that, the princess is not that stuck up. We love a non-stuck up princess. When the princess wakes up every morning, the first thing she looks for is Prek. When the princess is back from school, she will hurry to change her clothes and go see Prek in the kitchen every day. Princess Anilaphat must have Prek by her side in order to collaborate, committing mischievous things every day. Oh, I already love them both. Is Prek gonna help her sneak around with the other lady, Lady Pilantita? For example, like stealing snacks from the kitchen where food specially made by Mère Pen, the head chef. She cherishes her food so much they have to be guarded. The deep-fried rice crackers are stored in the jars that deserve to be stolen by the princess and her companions, which consists of only Prek. Oh, so, I guess not much food's getting stolen. I'm sure the chef's not going to notice that. When you said companions, I thought she was going to have like a whole group of people coming in. They pretend to be ghosts to fool the palace chefs and gatekeepers. They pretend to be ghosts to fool the palace chefs and gatekeepers. Girlies, I feel like the palace chefs and gatekeepers are letting you guys do that, because I don't know how you would pull that off. I feel like they know, but they're just like, oh, those two are at it again. Just let them be. Anyways. Not to mention climbing trees to steal fruits because they have done it countless times. They would choose only the fully bloomed big trees that Kunpa Chom cherishes for the king's sightseeing purposes. It can be said that if the princess knew which tree is her father's favorite, the next day that tree would become a target for Princess Anilaphat and Prek to steal the fruit. It sounds to me like there's a little hostility between the princess and her father. I don't know if she's doing that as a kind of a joke for her father, just as a prank, or if she does it because she doesn't really like her father and she's doing it to get back at him for things. Interesting, I guess we'll find out. This giant black plum tree shares the same fate as the other previous trees. Please walk slowly, my princess. Prek escorts Princess Anilaphat to the Bao Palace, which the princess renamed it the Pink Bao Palace because of the numerous pink lotuses in the pond in front of the palace. The simple yellow two-story wooden palace is the residence of Princess Padmika. She is a distant relative but has a close relationship with the Sawatikawarit clan. Princess Padmika's father is the cousin of the Prince of Sawatikawarit. He has several sons and daughters with many mistresses. My dude. One day, Lady Claire, the mother of the king of Sawatikawarit Palace, who gave birth only sons, became fascinated by the adorableness of his cousin's youngest daughter, Princess Padmika. Lady Claire wanted to raise her like an adopted daughter since she was young. It could be said that Princess Padmika grew up with the king of Sawatikawarit Palace like a real sibling. Since she was a young teenager, Princess Padmika had served Her Majesty in the Grand Palace. After her death, Princess Padmika decided to leave the Grand Palace to set up a small residence in the Sawatikawarit Palace in the area that Lady Claire had bequeathed to her. Princess Padmika is single and lives at the Bao Palace with her servants. 2 years ago, she adopted Pilantita. Hey, Pilantita, what's up? 2 years ago, so they already know each other. Interesting. So 2 years ago, she adopted Pilantita, the only daughter of her older brother, Prince Pia. The reason was because Prince Pia was involved in a boating accident that capsized until his death, along with the lady, Pilantita Casidid, or Lady Pin, is a pretty and neat-looking girl. She appears rather shy under the strict and disciplined tutelage of her aunt, Princess Padmika. Pilantita looks calmer than the other girls her age, especially compared to Princess Anilaphat, who is only 1 year younger than Lady Pin. Interesting. So we got, the serious, calm, and cool and collected lady, and then we have the rebel, troublemaker princess. I like where this is going. I like this mix. We're gonna have some fun, aren't we, ladies? Oh gosh, okay. What happened to Princess Anilaphat? She's walking with a limp. Pilantita was learning to make dumplings with Maekoi. The cook at the Riverside Pavilion greeted Prek, who supported Princess Anilaphat towards her. Lady Pin's sweet face is now full of concern. My girl's concerned for my other girl. She fell off the giant plum tree, Prek tells Lady Pin. She climbed the tree like a monkey. Prek! Lady Pilantita shouted angrily, with her beautiful eyes looking at Prek, and said, Don't accuse the princess so much. Prek lowered her head. Pilantita's sweet, angry eyes were even more terrifying than Princess Padmika's stern eyes. Princess Anilaphat, too. You just keep laughing. This time, she looks at Princess Anilaphat with an angry look. It can't be helped that I want to be a monkey like Prek said, she mocks, but Lady Pin doesn't laugh and looks disgruntled. Still, Lady Pin looks at Princess Anilaphat's bruised knees with concern. I'll bandage your wound. Lady Pin's face is frown, but her voice is gentle. Prek, can you bring the medical kit from inside the palace? Pikoi, please lead Prek there. Lady Pin turns to Maekoi, who answers her simply, Yes, ma'am. Pilantita looks at Prek and Pikoi's back until they enter the palace, and then turns to Princess Anilaphat with furious eyes. It looks like you've been too mischievous. How come? I just want to eat some big black plums. When they first met and when they were together alone, Princess Anilaphat tried to convince Pilantita to call her by her name, not to use the royal title, because friends don't talk like that. Then, it is considered a default act by themselves. At first, Lady Pin, who's taught strictly in traditional practice like her aunt, cannot easily comply with the princess's dictation. However, Princess Anilaphat is too stubborn. She convinces Lady Pin to listen to her many reasons until Lady Pin finally complies to her. Lady Pin finds it difficult to be able to admit royal titles. As a result, the conversation of the two noble girls becomes strangely awkward. Oh, look at Princess Anil trying to get on, first name basis, and then Lady Pin's just like, no, I can't. We have customs. My princess, I can't possibly. And Anil's like, girl, when we're in bed together, you're not going to be calling me Princess Anilaphat, Sawati Kawarid, or whatever. You're going to be calling me Anil. Anyways, that was way too off topic. Oh no. Anyways. So I see we're still not on first name basis. So this book is going to get us there. I'm excited to see the progress. Oh man, okay. I don't know anymore. Who told you to climb the tree? I don't know either. I just only know that I want to share plums with you. Oh, she wants to share plums with her. Is that the reason why she picked the plums? Not to just mess with her dad because she wanted to share plums with Lady Pin? Oh, my girl's already a simp for the lady and she doesn't even really know it. Lady Pin looks at Princess Anilaphat's stained body and shakes her head and sighs. She reaches her hand to get rid of the dry leaf from the Princess Anilaphat's head. Oh, this is too darn cute. Oh, I'm totally here for the rebel character and the by the books character getting together. I'm excited. When did I say I wanted the black plums? You must be stubborn because someone might tell you that that's the king's favorite black plum tree. He even orders Kunprachom to take good care of it and to not let servants steal the black plums. No wonder my girl Prack was so nervous. Dang. She says and gently flicks the dust off Princess Anilaphat's clothes. No servant dares to disobey him. Only the king's youngest daughter has wanted to become a thief since she was young. Princess Anilaphat does not argue anymore, but keeps laughing non-stop and thinking curiously. It is widely rumored that Lady Pilantita is soft-spoken and quiet. Why did she complain about Princess Anilaphat this time so long? The princess started to feel a bit remorseful. Princess Prek has arrived. Prek made a sound. She carried a handful of first aid boxes. Mea Koi did not follow her because she thought that Lady Pin would not be in the mood to continue learning to cook with her anymore. What princess? Princess Anilaphat taunted Prek, smiling. Prek likes to cross the line. You deserve to be hit, said Lady Pin with an annoyed tone. Getting whipped by a rattan would be more appropriate, Princess Anil objected, smiling wickedly. You are so wise, Prek pretended to bow. If you are still playing, I might die of bleeding. Lady Pilantita looked at Princess Anilaphat again impatiently, but hurriedly began to gently clean the wound on the princess's knee. She applied an antibiotic ointment before covering it with a clean white bandage to complete the first aid step. Are you feeling better? Lady Pin raises her eye to look at Princess Anilaphat with concern, afraid to hurt her after applying the ointment. However, she finds the owner of the flawless face is now smiling pleasantly. I'm better now, after you stop. Oh, I thought I was going somewhere else, and then I continued reading. I thought she was going to say, I'm better now that you took care of me. No, my girl said, I'm better now after you've stopped complaining. And then we're hit with the ... silence. Oh no. Girly. You gotta work on your flirting game. Princess Anilaphat's answer made Lady Pin's eyes widen. If they had been alone, Princess Anilaphat would have pinched her arm. You are so wise. Prek! Lady Pin glanced at Prek, who was just as cheeky as her overlord. I want to eat black plums. Princess Anilaphat sees the eye of Lady Pin getting angry and hurriedly cuts her off. Prek, prepare salt and pepper. You are so wise. Prek! Lady Pin shouted. I'm going to prepare some salt and pepper and some black plums right now, my princess. Prek runs swiftly to the kitchen in fear of Lady Pilantita's gaze. It seems Prek fears you more than me now, Princess Anilaphat murmured. The lady looks at Princess Anilaphat's face astoundingly until she figures out the reason why Prek has never been afraid of her overlord. Perhaps it is because of her shining, bright, and gentle eyes. She's never seen such from anyone else. Her light, shaded lips are always smiling with no trace of anger, not even one time. Girly, Lady Pin, you're noticing a lot of facial features and things about her. You know, just saying. Her light shaded lips. Okay, I see you, Lady Pin. Because Anil is like this, who could ever be afraid of you? Lady Pin looks at Princess Anilaphat while biting her lip tightly. You're adorable. Okay. Adorable? The princess raises her eyebrow with curiosity. Do you adore me? Princess Anilaphat smiles as her dimples appear on her flawless cheeks. Lady Pin doesn't smile back and looks in the opposite direction. Girly flustered. Girly gay panicked a bit. Girly's like, I did not mean that adorable. Who's adorable? No, you're not adorable, not at all. No, adorable? I never said adorable. Oh, these two are so adorable. Here I come! Prek appears with a mouth-watering plate of black plums and a bowl of salt and pepper. When Princess Anilaphat sees the plate of black plums, she smiles and reaches her hand to take a black plum. Suddenly, her hand is hit by Lady Pin in front of Prek's eyes, who is pretending not to see such an action. Man, these three just do not care that she's a princess at all. Even though it seems like Lady Pin was scolding Prek for acting so informally in front of her, like Lady Pin is not any better. You should wash your hands first. Lady Pilantita grabbed Princess Anilaphat's hand. Look, your hands are dirty. Princess Anilaphat's face is sorrowful as she sees Lady Pin's eyes are furious. Prek gulps her saliva down as she predicted this before. Prek, said Lady Pin, still glaring at Princess Anilaphat. Yes, my lady. Take a bowl of water to wash the princess's hands. Yes, my lady, Prek replies and goes into the palace again. In her mind, she admires herself for predicting the incident. Without any hesitation, Lady Pin dared to hit Princess Anil in front of Prek's eyes. However, she didn't dare order the princess to wash her hands by herself. Actually, Lady Pin has always spoiled Princess Anilaphat herself. That karma then belongs to Prek, me who walks in and out of the palace round and round. This time, Princess Anilaphat didn't smile and sulked, repeatedly rubbing the back of her hand where it was hit by Lady Pin. She looked extremely pitiful. Lady Pilantita sees the princess's smooth white hands are red, and suddenly her heart has sunk down. Anil, are you hurt? Lady Pin lifted her beautiful eyes to look at Princess Anil's eyes and briefly gently caressed her hand to comfort her for a while. The pain disappeared ever since you first rubbed my hand. Princess Anil, a little smooth. The pain disappeared ever since you first rubbed my hand, Princess Anil said with a smile. If I get hit and you comfort me like this, ... Silence! You can hit me anytime you want. Girl is kinky! I mean, I don't think she meant like that, but she was kind of, oh my god, ladies. You can hit me anytime you want if you comfort me after. Okay, Princess Anil, I see you, girly. I see you. This podcast is gonna have to be rated explicit, because I have a feeling we're gonna go places. I don't know if it's gonna be those places, but we're gonna go places. So, yeah. Well, that was it for chapter 1. Man, I didn't expect that Princess Anil and Lady Pin knew each other. And they must have known each other for at least 2 years since Lady Pin was adopted, because she lived on the palace grounds, so they must have been friends for that long. I don't even know. Well, she said they're friends, and that's why she's been trying to get her to call. Princess Anil's been trying to get Lady Pin to call her just, by her first name and drop the titles, even though, Lady Pin's stuck in her ways. But it seems like her actions, she seems to be pretty comfortable with Princess Anil, because, she's hitting her in front of Prek. She's kind of telling her what to do, and she clearly feels comfortable, but not comfortable enough to call her by her name without any formalities. I don't know. I'm quite interested to see how Princess Anil breaks down her barriers, because it kind of seems like Princess Anil is kind of flirting with her a bit and, kind of showing a little bit of interest. And Lady Pin seems to be so kind of set in the hierarchy of their statuses as people, that she's not really comfortable. I don't think she's going to be comfortable right off the bat getting that close to Princess Anil, but I feel like Princess Anil is going to be the one pursuing her and trying to get her to, you know, come over to the dark side. But yeah, that was interesting. I hope that you all enjoyed this. Like I said, this is my first time doing a podcast. I don't really know how it's done, and I don't know. I think for the people who are watching me, you'll be able to see when I'm stopping from reading and I'm talking to you guys and I'm kind of giving my opinions. But I'm a little worried that during the just audio podcast, it's going to be a bit difficult for you guys to discern when I'm making comments and when I'm actually reading the book. So I'm kind of doing this first episode as a trial run to see how it goes, and hopefully it goes well. But if it doesn't, I will hopefully get some feedback to kind of tell me how to go about putting my commentary in the book, put my commentary in while reading the book so that you guys don't get confused. But I don't know kind of what to do to kind of separate that, but I hope I did it okay. If I didn't, I apologize if this is a confusing episode. I will try to do better for the next one. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and thank you for tuning in to a Homosaurus in a Book. I'll see you all next episode. Stay safe, everyone.